Alright, so I'm just gonna make a quick, well, not so quick, state of the collection watch video. So I'm not old, I'm not rich. I've been wearing a watch since I was probably like 10 or 11, like 5th or 6th grade. And one of my first real watches was this. I believe it's the GR8 900 G-Shock. It's still running on the original battery, like 10-15 years. So I just love G-Shock. So this was really like my first watch, and I wore it every day for at least 3 or 4 years, and still great shape. They finally just like remade this watch, which I need to get it sooner or later, and it's got like the multi-band 6. So this is just a regular old solar G-Shock. It had like gray in there, but it just kind of fell off over time. It's got scratches, I wore the heck out of it. The bracelets, as I grew, like you can tell where different holes I use, and so it's definitely been loved. This would probably be the last watch that I would ever get rid of, just because sentimental reasons. So you can see my collection. It's kind of all over the place. It's definitely all budget watches, but G-Shock is definitely like number one, my first love of watches. But yeah, I don't know who really cares to watch this, but this is just kind of just my hobby and time collecting watches. This is what I've got. I'm kind of a hoarder. So this is my latest pickup, the Seiko Arnie. I'm really enjoying it. I bought it on the Amazon, like pre-owned, like returns or whatever the heck they want to call it. Amazon warehouse, whatever. So you can usually get a pretty good deal on those, because I'm not paying, I think retail is like $500, $550 or something crazy. But this is a fun watch. This is what I've been wearing for like the last 2-3 weeks nonstop. Solar powered, so it's really cool. When it's in the dark, you can see the screen shuts off, the hand stop, and then once the light hits it, it like whoosh, goes right back to the current time. So I'm enjoying this. I think it's cool, just part of history with Schwarzenegger and his movies, Predator and all that stuff. So this is one that I've been wearing a lot lately. This was really like my first nice watch, kind of bought as like a just to commemorate like working for like over a year last year, like my first like real professional job. They give us like points we can redeem for like gift cards. So I just bought this on Macy's on one of their sales. I actually returned like the first one. I bought 2 of them. I had to buy from Macy's. Like the first one came all scratched and like the bezel wasn't lined up, and then this one has a completely, like the bezel felt completely different. Like if the other one felt more rubbery and like squishy, this one feels more clicky. So I don't know if there's just different like models they've manufactured, whatever, but I really like this King Turtle. I know some people hate the bubble Cyclops and remove it, whatever, but it doesn't bother me. I think it's nice. This is, I guess, these two would be like my most expensive watches. But Seiko are great. I really enjoy them, especially green's my favorite color. And I buy a lot of the straps. This is from Cheapest NATO straps, and then I got one of these Crafter blue straps. I'll throw it on from time to time. It's nice, but it was like $60. Nothing crazy. The colors close enough, not really. Yeah, but what is it? It's like that not AP, that Patek Nautilus or whatever. Kind of reminds me, that combo, that like cool orange watch everybody goes crazy for. And this is another one I've been wearing a lot lately. This is the, I don't remember the number, but the Citizen ProMaster fully loomed. I believe I got this one on Joma Shop. And then this is the aftermarket Long Island watch bracelet, which it's pretty nice. original bracelet that it came with was like folded over, kind of like jangly, which doesn't really bother me. But actually what I did really like about the original bracelet was it has that like diver's extension. You could like push the buttons and then this would slide out like a 1/2 inch or so. But this is a solid quality, nice steel bracelet. So Long Island watch, and then the fully loomed is a lot of fun, like just charging it up and then seeing it in the dark. And then I believe it's 60 clicks on the bezel, so kind of chunky and it's different. It's cool. I know it's like spec to the Italian military or whatever, so I just like to nerd out on all this stuff. But this is a really fun one. Here's just a random Boss stock I got on Amazon. That's a whole wormhole if you want to get into those. I think they're a lot of fun. I spend a lot of time just browsing like the Russian websites. There's like 4 or 5 different websites you can go on. They're all in Russian. You can use Google to translate them. But the bracelet it came on was really just garbage. This is just some rubber strap from Amazon. Friction bezel. The loom is horrible, but I really like the bubble crystal, and they just have so many unique options. Like one day I just want to order like 4 or 5 from Russia. The prices are a lot better if you just order from Russia. I don't remember the reference number on this one, but I got sucked into the Casio wormhole just a couple years ago just because they're so cheap. You can get all these Casios anywhere from like 15 to 50 bucks. So this was the one that I believe Sigourney Weaver wore in Alien. They make it in gold too. It's a lot of fun. Obviously I've got so many watches, it's hard to wear all of them all the time. But G-Shocks and Seikos are definitely a lot of my most worn watches. So this is a collab with Feature. They're like a sneaker boutique, I believe in Vegas, somewhere over there. But this is supposed to be like a roulette table. It came with like an extra strap and it had like the green numbers on it. But yeah, I forget what this says. It says like try your luck or something weird, or get lucky. I don't know, but I just love G-Shocks. They're the best bang for your buck, and they last forever. They're indestructible. They're waterproof. They have so many cool colors and themes, collabs with like different brands. So I really like this one, even though somebody told me it looked like poop. Maybe I'll call it root beer or something, but it's cool. This is one that I picked up from Usagi Imports. They have an eBay shop, and then they have their own like website, and I don't know, just really good prices. So you could get one of these 6900s for like 60 bucks. Like I get all my watches on sale. I never pay full price because it's just, I don't care if I have to wait a while. Like I know this one's in and out of stock all the time. Just be patient, find a sale. This one I got from some kind of sneaker boutique. I don't even remember. But G-Shocks are just so much fun. Just some transparent blue. It kind of is getting a little dirty or whatever from work, but just wear them. Like it doesn't matter. They're just pieces of rubber and they're all gonna dry rot and fall apart eventually anyway. So this is the Huff G-Shock. Keith Huffnagel, skateboarder. Obviously I grew up skateboarding, so like the skate shops always sold G-Shocks. Like I got this one at Macy's, and the Macy's actually just closed at the old mall, so that's kind of sad to see. But yeah, this one's really cool because it came with like the NATO strap, like lug adapters, and came on this strap. I guess it was celebrating the 20th year of Huff, which I saw that they just did a couple watches with Seiko that were pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know, G-Shocks are always just creative. I think this is the 2100. I have a couple of them. Here's another one I modded. I think I got the mod kit on AliExpress or DHgate or one of those. If you go on eBay, they're like 70, 80, 90 bucks just for this metal bracelet and case. But if you go on like one of the Chinese websites, even though it'll take like 3-4 weeks for it to show up, I think this was something like 20, 30 bucks for the kit. I got the actual watch, I believe, on Macy's for like 30 or 40 bucks on sale. So you can make a Casio. I don't know if they were like a trendy fad or if people hate them or whatever, but I don't think I'm getting an AP anytime soon. So this is close enough, and I think it's pretty fun. Something different. It's cool. Looks cool. I'm not that serious. I know for a little bit I was like a purist, like, oh, that Chinese stuff is like horrible, but I got sucked into the wormhole, and I'll show you in a little bit some of my more I did get a few Chinese watches, but this is some vintage Seiko quartz 4004. I bought 2 of them on eBay. They were listed as not working, like for parts. So this like gold and green, which this isn't a stretch bracelet. This is the original bracelet. It's pretty cool. And then this is a Ford Motorcraft Seiko, which is really cool, and it's got like an internal rotating bezel. But yeah, they're both listed as not working for parts, whatever. I threw a battery in both of them, and they both would like jitter or tick, but they both stop. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna take these to like a local shop, but I don't know if it's not worth it to get fixed. I don't know how expensive it'll be. I've never done that. Usually I've just done everything myself. Like, I have a toolkit, I'll just put my own batteries in there or whatever. I'll size my own bracelets. It's not hard, but I don't know how to repair watches that are, I don't know, 50 years old or whatever. Because I know at the time these old Seiko quartzes were like top of the line, like new, whatever, like fancy, expensive technologies that were groundbreaking. So I don't know, they're not really worth much. I just think they're really cool looking. I don't have any gold watches. I guess this is it, but this one's deciding to tick today. Usually it'll get stuck. So I don't know. They're cool. Just got them on eBay, just impulse, on a whim. And this one's on like an aftermarket stretchy bracelet, which is also pretty cool. Comfortable. Yeah, but I'd love to get these fixed up. Just not sure if it's so worth it. And then Florida State University is where I went to college, so there's a few Seikos floating around. There's one that looks like this, and I only found one on like Facebook Marketplace in another state, and the guy did not want to ship it, so it's like impossible trying to track him down. But this one popped up. I still got to get a battery for it, and I don't know, it's really cool. Then just definitely unique. I bought a second one because I thought the bracelet was too small, but it actually fits. This is just the same model, just different dial. So yeah, I'm just a super nerd, but really cool. It's got my like what do you call it? Whatever, school on it. This one I thrifted at like a Goodwill, which Florida State I believe won this Orange Bowl in 2001. And what I thought was cool is that this is a Citizen. Just a cheap old quartz watch, and couldn't believe it. I never find like anything at the thrifts. But yeah, this one's fun. Another Citizen. I think it's called the Casio, not Citizen, Casio Royale. It's not the same one that James Bond wore. I forget what movie, but there's a movie where he had like a watch that was very similar. But I don't know, they call it like the Casio Royale after like James Bond. It's a really cool watch. Like, you can get them for like 25 bucks. But these Casios are famous for just being jingly, like hair pullers. So I looked in to get, I think I did buy like the lug attachments, J's and K's. So I might put those on and just throw them on a NATO or something. So yeah, I love the NATO straps. I've got way too many. I buy, this could be a whole nother video. These are like cheapest NATO straps, and then just a few like AliExpress straps, but CNS watch bands, I've got a ton. Yeah, it's bad. When they do their sales and stuff, you can get like 30 straps for like 60 bucks, something crazy. But yeah, so I've just got a bunch of watch boxes, like 3 of them, just full watches. So that's another cheap G-Shock I got, 2100, I believe, also on Macy's for like 30 bucks. I use this one for fishing in the ocean. Just, I don't care if like salt water gets on it. And it still looks great. Just hose it off afterwards, whatever. This is the 148 A or 158A or 168. I don't remember. There's too many numbers, but this one's cool. They make it in like gold also. If I were to get another Casio, I think I'd get the I think it's the A700, something like that. Don't remember this reference number. I should have done some research first before I made this video, but yeah, just like a little, no, it's not a fixed bar, but just like a little pilot watch, field watch, whatever. This one's, the rotor's kind of loud. I guess it's like probably one of my more cheap like Seiko automatics, but strap is from cheap NATO straps, and I thought it was cool. It matched like the olive green drab and the red on the second hand. Yeah, let's break this box open. So I got these watches from a yard sale. I think I got all three of them for like 15 or 20 bucks. So I still just gotta make some time to clean them off. I guess the guy was a painter, and get new batteries for them, but I'm sure they'll work just fine. This one's really cool because it's got like the tide graphs, tide charts. This one's just a regular old 6900, so maybe I'll mod it or something, or throw it in like an aftermarket case. Not sure what this one's all about, but it was there, so I just grabbed it. So these are kind of junky, but that's what G-Shocks are for. Like working man, just tough, beat him up, like doesn't matter. Destroy him, built to use. So this one's a cool one. I guess it was some remake of an old watch. I know they did a couple colors, like all black. I don't remember the model, but this one's cool. I always love like the tan and red. It's a cool combo, but just something different from like the 6900. What is this? Oh god, this is just the standard non-solar. Oh god, I'm drawing a blank on it. But I ordered this aftermarket AliExpress like bracelet and sheath. It was supposed to be green like this, and what arrived was this like just pea yellow. So that was a disappointment. I think it's maybe the 5000, because I think the other one's like the 5100 or something, the solar version, which I've got somewhere around here. Then these are just regular old F15s, or no, F91s that were famously worn by Bin Laden and Obama and stuff. This one was also a clear one, which I always get these on like the Amazon returns warehouse. You can get them for like 12 bucks. And I dyed it with like a green dye, RIT dye, and it just would not turn green. Clearly I like green, and all I could get it was to turn blue. So that was kind of weird, but they're just really small. They're almost too dainty, like kids watches, so a little too small for my taste. This was another Macy's pickup, just all red, on sale, somewhere like 50-60 bucks, I think. The classic Marty McFly calculator watch, green again. Also, I got it for like 15 bucks on the Amazon warehouse return. It'll say like used, looks new, or like has a small scratch or whatever, but like 99% of the time it's just brand new, and you just get it for a portion of the price. All right, I'll move to the next box. Here's a look at this one. This is like my first watch box that I got. These other ones are just like cheap Amazon, whatever. But they work great. They have little drawers for under like 20 bucks or so. But this one was like the first one I got when I was still in like high school, and this was probably one of my second or third. These guys were like my second or third like nice watches after this G-Shock. So Nixon was like real big at the time. Like everybody in middle school had Nixon, or like those little Neff watches. They're nothing fancy. They're just like plastic, but obviously Star Wars was really cool. This is the R2-D2. They always had cool collabs. Like I got all the Metallica ones when they came out. And this one was actually running until like last year when I clicked the light button and it just died. So yeah, if I decide to wear it again, probably just get a new battery for it. But yeah, I think it even told the temperature, which was really cool. This was my only watch that just told the temperature. I'm not sure how accurate it was, but definitely cool for the time. And then this one This is Skagen. I believe they're like a Swedish brand, or they're owned by like the Fossil Group now, I think. But this one I got at Nordstrom Rack. And what I thought was really cool was just how thin it is, and the mesh bracelet's pretty cool. But nothing crazy, nothing fancy. But yeah, this is like the hardwired to self-destruct, the pus head, damage incorporated. And then I got the other two. I think it's Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning. And then they made a whole bunch of other like more expensive ones, but I think I got all of these at Zoomies on sale for like 60 bucks each. But Nixon was definitely huge. Like everybody in middle school had like the plastic cheap ones that had all kinds of like crazy colors. If I were to get another Nixon, I know the plastic ones, like the bracelets just dry rot, fall apart, get sticky. But the Beastie Boys ones I really wanted those. So maybe if they pop up at a good price sometime, that's one I've still got my eye on. But yeah, let's get in this other watch box. This one I got as like a gift for graduating college. Kind of like my first nice automatic. But just the new Seiko 5KX or whatever sport model. I know people were disappointed that they got rid of the SKX whatever. That was like diver certified. I got a few bracelets for this one too. The one it came with was fine, but these CNS like paratrooper bands are just, I don't know, they're like, I really like them. They're really comfortable. They're a lot of fun, just throwing them on different colors. But yeah, can't go wrong with like just green, my favorite color, and gold. Nice touch. Here's another random little like toy watch, just, I don't know, on eBay, which also is still running. But I think it's cool. It says Bulova on there, so probably just a little cheap like gift watch from back in the day. But yeah, this one, I thought it looked really cool, but I think it's my only Timex. It's kind of cheap and junky for kind of what you pay, but I also got it on Amazon for the warehouse, like used, whatever. But my main gripe is the bracelet. It looks so cool, but it's really a hair puller. Like, I guess I have moderately hairy arms, and you can really, this one I would say is like, this and the Casios really pull my hair. So I'm not sure. I haven't sold any of my watches. I kind of just hoard them, but maybe I would sell this one or try a different bracelet option. But I really like the domed crystal, and it just looks cool. But just the bracelet is my gripe. These two I bought at a Goodwill, probably like 15 bucks each or whatever. And to my surprise, I threw a battery in and they both worked. I don't know if they're running right now. Nope, I think the battery died because I got these like 2 years ago. But I don't know, just random obscure like chronographs. And like you could set them and the chronograph hand would all jump all over. So that was really cool. Like I don't think I have any other chronographs other than my moon swatch over there. But I'll get into that in a second. Just threw these on some random CNS, I think like 18 millimeters, but just something different. They're pretty cool. I enjoy them. Especially like going to Goodwill, it's hard to find anything good for a reasonable price. They go crazy. I've seen like fake Rolexes and fake Gucci watches for like hundreds of dollars at Goodwill and just laugh at them. But for a little while, this was like my most expensive watch. I got it on a trip to Miami at the Swatch store. I actually walked in the Omega store in like that fancy like design district area, and I said, yo, y'all got Swatches? Because I didn't pay attention. I didn't really care. I didn't think I'd ever get one, but I was like on vacation time and in Miami, so I was like, you know what, might as well just check it out, see if they even have them. And the guy was like, oh, no, you got to go down to South Beach where the Swatch store is. And I walked in and they had like all the colors, and yeah, I was like kind of surprised. I guess it was a little bit after the hype, so it wasn't as hot, but still paying like whatever it was for these, like $300-400 bucks. It's really just a plastic toy. It's pretty junky, but it's cool. It looks cool. It's a cool story. I'd love a real Omega someday, but just the strap and the plastic case and I don't even know if it's like Hesselite or just acrylic domed crystal, whatever, but it's cool. It's fun. It's I don't know, just something different, but definitely not worth the money, especially with the new ones they're doing. 50 fathoms. They look cool, but not worth it. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is the solar version. So this one's got the multi-band 6. It like connects to the satellites and whatever. Solar powered. So I really enjoy it. I believe it also like automatically lights up when you tilt it, which is one one of my favorite things about those like nice G-Shocks. I don't know if you could even see it if it worked, but this is an aftermarket case. Also, I got on like AliExpress or one of them, which it doesn't bother me because I don't mind like just the rubber G-Shock bracelets that they come with. They're comfortable and everything, but I always thought the G steels looked cool, but they're just so overpriced for what it is. It's extra, like they're like $400, $500, $600 just for a metal G-Shock. That's crazy. You can get one of these on one of those websites, AliExpress, whatever, for like, I don't know, $40, $30. So took it apart myself, did it. It looks good enough. Only thing that I think is funny is yeah, on here, I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't say stainless steel. It says tainless steel. So obviously it's like a fake aftermarket G-Shock bracelet, but nobody's gonna ask you to take off your watch, and especially a G-Shock. So it's cool. I enjoy it. Nothing crazy. I'd love a real metal G-Shock someday, but I think they're pretty overpriced. So yeah, clearly I like G-Shock. Let's get into this box. Just more G-Shocks. Once again, I get them all on sale, so I think I got this one on Zoomies, just one of the new models that they started doing. You can like take it apart and customize it, I guess. It's like 2 pieces, so it's similar to the 2100, but a little different and I don't know, more futuristic-y looking. This is another 8900 I found at Goodwill. I found like a lot bag, and it came in like 30 watches in just a giant Ziploc baggie, and kind of get what you get for the price. It was like 30 or 40 bucks, and so I was stoked that it had this in there. That's the reason I grabbed the bag. But I actually had a few other just weird random watches and vintage. I've got them in like the drawers on this case. I'll pull those out, but I sold like 2 or 3 of them on eBay. One was like a vintage shark watch, like those beachy, like, I don't know, just shark watches. Here's like a newer 8900. I got another one somewhere. Oh, right here. I keep like this tray on my counter for like knives and watches that I've been wearing. So here's another 8900. These are both 8900s. This was like the G-Shock deal of the year or whatever, like this past year. And this is just what another one of those Amazon return deals. So they're fun. These are not solar powered or anything fancy like these other ones. And you can see that they're like different looking. But I just have nostalgia for like this case shape. So yeah, nothing fancy, just solid beater watches. We'll get into these other ones I've got in my tray. So this one I also got at Usagi Imports. This is like the fully loomed G-Shock. So glows nice and bright like the Citizen. It's cool. I like the gray. You can never have too many colors of G-Shocks. And once again, green's my favorite color. So I wore this one to a wedding, like just shiny black. Thought it looked pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Love G-Shocks. So much fun. This is a Powell Peralta Kelvin Hoffler G-Shock. It's got like the Powell Peralta logo. So I don't know. I just grew up a big skateboarding nerd, so pretty cool. Just G-Shock, just the possibilities are endless. They just have so many colors and collabs, and it's crazy. Here's another 2100. They just made this was kind of a trendy one for a while. The Casio Oak, like the AP Royal Oak. So yeah, can't go wrong. Just nice clean colorway. This was like the Chinese china or whatever. I don't know, like a fine dining plate. Yeah, I don't know, nothing crazy. It's kind of like a marbled resin. But yeah, I don't know, if you're patient and you just dig around the internet long enough, you'll definitely find just good deals. These were part of like a set, I think. Now this one's like paisley, so I don't know. That was like some Chinese dragon stuff. But yeah, Macy's on sale. Look around. Zoomies, Macy's, Tilly's, like all those places. This one I got on Network. It was like an app. I think it's now, they've moved to like Complex, but this is called Psych World. I don't really know what they are. I guess they were like some brand that's from some rapper or something. But Stash is like an artist. I think he does like graffiti art and stuff. He's had like some collabs with Nike. But this was on Network for like $30, and green's my favorite color, so I just grabbed it, because why not? I should have probably grabbed another one, just a mod, because you can't really beat that price. $30 for G-Shock, I'll take that any day. But yeah, just a cool G-Shock. I think it's the 5000 or whatever, DW 5000. I'm a little rusty on my numbers. That's pretty much it, I think. This is just a silly Game Boy watch my mom got me for Christmas a few years ago. Let's see, if you want to stick around, I got a few more just weird, obscure. This was part of that watch lot that I got at Goodwill. This old Timex, I guess it's a MacGyver, and obviously it was worn, like heavy, and it came on this strap. It looks like maybe it went to like war or something, but I don't think it's quite that old. But it's like rattly, it doesn't work. But I guess they have like a following. They're worth a little bit, and I don't feel like fixing it, so I might just sell it as like broken, needs repair. But pretty cool. I guess MacGyver wore it on the TV show, something like that. Here's another like just random Goodwill. Got this Nike watch. I always thought they were really cool because they also made like all kinds of college and like sports teams watches, but obviously this is like a women's watch, but I think I got it for like $3. Just quirky and weird and cool. Here's just another F91, just plain black. I mean, for like $10, why not? And then this was also in that Timex Marlin or something like that. You can also like wind it, whatever, but I think it ticks for a little bit, but doesn't hold a charge. So I'll probably just get rid of this one. But yeah, I know, obviously I'm a hoarder, but if they need to be fixed or something, I don't really want to deal with the headache. Let's see what else I got. A few more. This one's from my grandpa. He worked for Kellogg's, so there's a couple old Kellogg's ones that'll pop up from time to time on eBay. Like I don't know, this I think I got at Walmart. Walmart has a pretty decent selection if you're looking to get like a decent cheap watch. I wish the screen was like a little clearer. It's kind of blurry, but the Armatron, like futuristic, like Hamilton sort of look, for pretty cheap, it's all right. I think that's pretty much it. And then I know this is kind of like frowned upon, and I frowned upon it too, as like a watch snob, like purist, like why would anybody ever buy that crap? But I got sucked into the whole like is it AliExpress or DHgate? Like they do like the big New Year sale or whatever. So I bought a few like military inspired watches, because I think this one's automatic. Obviously I'm not gonna get like the originals, they're just so expensive and rare. But yeah, this one's cool because it has like the thing where if it gets wet, then it tells you like, oh, danger, this watch is broken from like diving. This is the, I think like based on like the Benrus Type 2 old watch from Vietnam. I like the asymmetrical case. I'd love to get like a new, I know Marathon makes them. But yeah, they're just so expensive, so I don't mind. For pretty cheap, you can just kind of get a little taste of it with these. So this one's kind of fun too, just like a little field watch, like a Hamilton. Obviously I'd love to have a Hamilton someday. But this is probably my favorite, like of the homage watches that I got. This is the Sea Stern based on the Doxa 300T, sub 300T. I feel like for the money, there's pretty much like no better value. Like, these Chinese watches are really well made, solid, heavy. Like, I know they're blatant ripoffs, but they have their own branding or whatever. The bezel is like accurate. It's very stiff, very clicky, very solid, well built. The loom is amazing. I think it's like C3 Luminova, whatever. Automatic twist bezel. I did order this on like one of the sale days, and I ordered the Aquamarine 600T, and for whatever reason they didn't ship that one, so I was a little bit bummed out about that. Yeah, obviously I'd love a real Doxa someday. I just think it's kind of dumb to drop like 2-3 grand on a watch right now when I'm like young and broke. So this is a fun one. The orange dial is a lot of fun. It's like a metallic like burst. So yeah, I don't know. The beads of rice bracelet is just something different. It's cool. And then last but not least, I know this is really stupid and really frowned upon, but I did get 2 fake Rolexes from Jason 007 on, I think, DHgate, just because I wanted this Supreme one, because I think it's pretty hilarious. And obviously they only made like 10 of the Supreme watches, like customized whatever subs, and I'm not getting a Rolex anytime soon. And even if I did have Rolex money, I don't think I would buy a Rolex. I'd rather have like a Doxa or a Tudor or something. I think Rolex is just kind of pretentious, and they'd play too many games. I don't feel like, I feel like it's kind of douchey, so just being honest. But green's my favorite color, so I bought the Hulk, and then obviously the Supreme. Yeah, just kind of funny. I think these came out to like 80 or 90 bucks each. I think I also got some kind of like deal day on DHgate. And I don't even think I've ever even worn them, because I don't want to like pretend like I'm some high roller when I'm not. But just something funny that I thought was cool, different. I know it's like super dorky, but yeah. And if anybody were to ask, like, I'll just tell them I don't care. It's fake. Yeah, I don't have a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 watch. This is fake. So, but the quality's all right. There's a little bit of play in the bezel, but I feel like for what you pay, because I've tried modding and building my own watches, it's not easy. I've got some of those. I don't know if that's something people are interested in watching, like watch builds. I know those have kind of blown up lately, like Elliot Cole and like some of those other guys. But it's hard. I like bent the hands, I bricked the movement. So I was gonna build like a Seiko. God, I'm rusty on the numbers, but one of the nicer Seikos. Like, I bought the case and like a nice dial, just like a sterile dial. But yeah, it's hard. So maybe later. But this is my collection. I don't know if anybody cares, but just a look into what I like and enjoy. Obviously Seiko, G-Shock, Casio, heavy. Yeah, I just kind of hoard them. I have too many. It's hard to wear them all, but I do try. Like, I'll just switch it up and wear one for like a week straight or something. But too many watches, too little time. I'd love to have them all. And then as I make more money, it'd be cool to have a nice one or a couple nice ones, but it really is just so silly. Because in my opinion, the epitome of watches is all you need is a Seiko and a G-Shock. They're just the best bang for the buck. They're so much fun. Because for under $100, you can get a really cool G-Shock. It's accurate, indestructible. Like, even though these are nice, they're eventually going to be serviced or stop working or whatever. But that's all this all is just consumerism. Just hobby. So just enjoy it. Don't take it too seriously. Find what you like. Don't let anybody else tell you what to like. Don't follow any trends, because obviously I was made fun of for having giant G-Shocks on my little like 10-year-old wrist, but I always loved them. They're a lot of fun. They're really cool. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, whoever watched this enjoyed it. And let me know what if there's any that you'd like to see more in depth, or let me know like your watch collecting story. And yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching. Peace.